Yep.
At the end of the day, I usually come in here and I go ahead and get all the bags out and I sort all the food to the bags, the different classrooms. And I'll put those away, and then the next day we'll come in and we'll load up the milk for each bags that we have. And then we'll distribute them, like downstairs we'll do all the K through second grade. And then upstairs, they have lines up there so the kids can automatically come through the lines and pick up their breakfast and take back to their classrooms. And if kids come late, usually there's like 5 to 10 minutes that they can get to their classroom and still eat breakfast, even though they come in a little bit later. And we do provide like all the way up to 8:30. They choose to have breakfast, we give it to them. Last year, it was like they would come in late. They would say, well, I'm hungry, I didn't have breakfast. And so they would be sent downstairs for a cracker and juice. And is that gonna hold them over? Not like a regular breakfast that we're serving now, so.
They come in and grab their breakfast, kind of the routine, and they check off, their lunch choice. We sit down and they eat their breakfast. A good portion of my class does eat the breakfast. I think maybe 2 that have it at home, but for the most part, they utilize the breakfast here, and which is really good. So I think it's important to start the day off with a filled belly, and so their brain's ready to be fueled for the day and to be ready to learn. Like around your breakfast table in the morning, starting the day, I have a morning question that I have them share at their tables, and so it's kind of builds the classroom rapport a little bit and the relationships together. It's just a morning conversation, and they know to get their breakfast, get started, and then I'll put up the question. And so, yeah, it's kind of just an easy start to the day, not just kind of jump into the learning, but a calm, welcoming experience, I think, has been nice.
During that time, I choose to read out loud to the class, and so they're all busy eating and I'm reading to them. And it works perfect to have them be busy while I'm reading, and they get to hear what I'm reading. In the past, they had to come to school 20 minutes early to get that breakfast piece, and some students weren't able to do that or chose not to, but now everybody has that opportunity, and I feel like more kids are taking advantage of it. So in the past, sometimes the behavior we'd look at, why are you behaving this way? And one of the things we'd always say is maybe they're hungry. Well, now we know that they're not, so it's easier to narrow down some of the reasons that they're maybe acting out, or I don't see as much acting out in the morning because I know they're not hungry, they're already fed.
I mean, we don't know if they get breakfast prior to coming to school, so I think not every family maybe is able to do that. So I think it's just very nice that we can provide it for them, and as the teacher, I know that they're ready to learn and get started with the day.